Hello and welcome to Forward 40 TV. I am Judette and we have just finished a day of shooting, and by we I mean my team and I, and it's now time to take off my makeup. And it's been a long day. We've been out in the sun and then we came indoors. We started at, well, I was in makeup since 6 o'clock this morning. So my face is really tired and it's full of makeup, and I thought, why don't we shoot a video about my nighttime routine, especially if I've been outside or I've had meetings or I've had a day of shooting and my face has tons of product on it. So tonight or today I'm going to show you a very simple routine of some of the products that I use typically at night on a everyday basis. I have an advanced routine, but I'm not going to show that now. I will leave that for another video. So the first thing is the removal of makeup, and I begin first by wiping the lipstick away, and I use a tissue to blot, and then I would use a wipe just to remove all the lipstick. Now when it comes to cleansers, I am not a huge believer of spending a ton of money on product that will just sit on your skin for no more than 20 seconds. And you know what? I know a lot of brands bringing out cleansing oils, and that's fantastic, but I've been using oil on my face to remove my makeup for a very long time. So when it comes to cleansers, I just reach into my kitchen cupboard and I bring out my trusty organic coconut oil, and I use a specific brand, but I know, if you have coconut oil and if it's organic, it's even better because it's pure and it is not refined. And I use this organic oil and I simply just take some into the tips of my finger, and I would rub it together and I would pat it into my face, and I would pat it all over where the makeup has to be removed. I will then take a hot cloth, so I would soak this cloth and I would just place that cloth onto my face, and I would let it sit there. I don't want at any point in time to be scrubbing my skin or massaging the cloth into my skin. I really believe that in makeup removal, first of all, there is a surface layer of makeup and then it goes deeper and deeper, and you can literally remove that with warm water and oil, and when you're finished, your skin looks amazing. And most importantly, it doesn't contain a lot of the chemicals or the agents rather that would strip the skin's natural moisture away. Now, one thing I have to tell you, this is my routine and I have quite normal skin. I don't have a T-zone really, and I don't have oily skin. So I'm not saying that my method would work for you. I'm just telling you what I would do when I want to cleanse my skin before I slip into bed and after I've had a hard day and my skin looks really tired. Now the second step that I would do is I would use an exfoliator. Again, some people believe in exfoliators and others don't. I put it on, but I am not going to be slogging it through my skin and really rubbing it hard. I actually just spread it on, and then again I rub it just really gently in, stimulating my lymph nodes, and I rub my skin in and I rub it very gently, and again taking a warm rag, a warm washcloth, I would place the cloth over my entire face and just let it sit there, and then I would remove the exfoliator step by step using this warm cloth each time. The third step really is my mask, and I use a mask that is vegan, not because of any other choice, but I love this particular brand called Lush, which when I travel I tend to stock up on and put it in my fridge. And I love the mask because the role of it is really to remove impurities. So you actually feel that when you put the mask onto your skin, you actually feel it tighten against the contours of your face. And for me, this particular mask that I use, you actually feel the impurities being lifted out of your skin. And again, you know, I can't speak enough about these washcloths that I use. They're just simple. They're white. And you know, so you can throw it into your dryer and so forth. But the mask, again, I put over a warm cloth over my face, and I let it sit there for a while, so it actually starts to break up the mask. And of course, the mask is made of clay and other products, which is, you know, clay is fantastic for the removal of impurities. And I would let that just sit there, and again, it then allows me to splash on the water, but I don't have to do a lot of rubbing on my skin, which I think when you do that, you know, it sort of stimulates the glands. So after I am finished with my mask, I go on to my astringent. And again, I reach into my kitchen cupboard for the astringent, and I use Bragg's organic cider vinegar. And I know some of you may think this is harsh, but for me, it works really well. But here's the trick. Normally, I would have just the vinegar on my bathroom counter, and I would pour it out. I would use actually two wipes. One where I put the vinegar on the wipe, and I take it and I move it upward over my face, and then the next wipe would be full of water, and again I'm quickly removing that vinegar that's been placed on my skin with the water. So it actually goes like one wipe of vinegar, one wipe of water, and I would do that around my face. At this point, I am just feeling really beautiful. The makeup has been removed. I look like myself. Oh, one of the tips I forgot to tell you is, of course, eye makeup removal. You want to do that, of course. And one of the products that I use, again, is paraben free and has no preservatives. And I usually do use that to remove my eye makeup. So I get into my very favorite part, and for my everyday routine, this is where I spend my money. I do not compromise on my moisturizer. So I'm not going to be in my kitchen whipping up some kind of batter to put in my face. So I would spend money at this point on my moisturizer and my serum. And I really believe that, you know, as you get older, that you may want something that's heavier on your face. I know for me that works at this point. I'm not saying that it works for everybody, but it is my nighttime or my everyday routine after a hard day. And I love actually the feeling, the slip that comes from a heavy moisturizer, because I am a huge believer in facial massages, and it's actually where I do a lot of my mirror work, and I'll tell you about that in a second. So my product of choice is L'Occitane, and I use the serum as well as the moisturizer. And one of the first things that I do when it comes to moisturizing my face is I just spritz on some water onto my face so that there's a fine mist on my face. And then I take just a tab of coconut oil, and using my fingertips, I will just sort of make my face come alive by patting it in. And then I would take my moisturizer, and again it's heavy, and I'm going to scoop it out, and I'm going to dot it around the perimeter of my face. And I would, of course, then use my fingertips to really massage it upwards. And then sometimes I do some scissors work on the forehead. And I would tap around the eye as well. And I will massage the area where my lymph nodes are. And I can do this depending on how much time I have or how tired I am after my really long day. I could do that for literally 10 to 15 minutes and my skin feels really invigorated and alive. And it's also a point where, you know, if you believe in meditation and you believe in, you know, self-affirmation, it's great at that point if you're doing your massages in the mirror and you're spending a little bit extra time to say, you know, things like, I approve of myself. I approve of myself. Or even something as affirming as, I love you. I love you. Because I think, you know, again, taking care of your skin is about taking care of something that's visible to the world, but also that you own it. And beauty is so important when it comes from the inside out, when you feel good about yourself. And then it shines through and the energy just manifests itself to everyone who you touch in your life. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know some of your own beauty routines and what you do. I so appreciated you joining me and spending some time learning some of my secrets, and I'll see you next time. I love you all. Bye.